Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
This is the part when I break free, cause I cannot take it no more. Let me know y'all know that song. What's up, guys, man? First Shadow Plays here, and we're back, man, for another reaction video for you guys here today. And you already know what it is, man. You see who's on the screen. If you don't know who's on the screen, well, I'm about to explain it now. Your boy at Shonen Showdown, or just Shonen Showdown, dropped a video today for us, man, titled "Last One Piece character on the board wins." See, I don't know if I had dropped this video. If I haven't dropped this video before, he did one that I have reacted to, but I might not have dropped it yet. So you guys let me know if you want that. I might drop it before this one. Who knows? We gotta see how this order gonna go. I know I've been recording a lot. I just gotta know how I'm gonna drop them. So he did one I know I reacted to was about Naruto characters, but I ain't dropped it yet. So if you guys want that, let me know in the comments below. But this one definitely gonna get dropped because I love me some One Piece, man. Anyways, I understand the concept. If it's like the video I reacted to before, I'm gonna explain it to you a little bit, guys. Basically they pick characters off the board. See, I don't know about this ranking system on the side. I don't think that has anything to do with anything with the A through B through C, all that shit. I just think that's just there. They're just using the board, but don't quote me. Anyways, they got the characters. They picking off the characters that they think they're not the most like crucialist character. I think that's the best word for me to explain it. Crucialistly, I don't know. Anyways, guys, this video is almost 40 minutes, so they might be arguing for a minute, and we gotta see what they talking about. You already know Shonen Showdown. Love him some One Piece. I'm a One Piece fanatic. I'm basically caught up on the anime. I ain't finished the last arc that went much. The new one they just dropped, I ain't finished it all the way, but I'm pretty much caught up. So you guys let me know. Anyways, enough talking for me, man. Like it up, sub it up. Let's get it.
Yo, it's Rob here from Shonen Showdown.
Your boy Anime Sundays.
Thousand Heavy.
Oh
Today,
shit.
we're finding the best One Piece character on the board. The last one remaining will be the best one. Obviously, not every One Piece character is here, but it is what it is. Jared, you'll go first.
Alright, first person that has to go, it's gotta be Green Bull for sure. Get this guy out of here.
I forgot that nigga put. Ain't he the one that put up to Wano? He
Alright, I
dookie.
think I know who I'm going with. I think I'm taking Vegapunk off.
Wow.
Oh, what?
Vegapunk first? There's a lot of people on here that gotta go before Vegapunk.
For real.
I don't know about that.
Now let's see the board real quick.
There's a lot of people on here that gotta.
Okay, guys. So the board looking kind of stacked. I ain't even gonna lie. We had to see that. We gotta analyze who y'all think gonna be the last nigga. The top 5 for me, I got Luffy. Cause you know it's Luffy, the main character. Let me see. Shanks, man, it might be Shanks too, cause Shanks just like he's Shanks for some reason. That nigga just cold, bro. Shit, Zoro definitely got a spot for sure. I'm not lying, bro. All these niggas on here, Zoro should definitely make the list, nigga. Like, if we talking about most real deal Holyfield niggas, that nigga Zoro's on the list. We got 2 more spots. I said Luffy, Zoro, Shanks. I see Rayleigh though. I do see Rayleigh. I'm not going he might be there. Just let me look around a little more. Blackbeard did some villainous shit, but I don't feel like Blackbeard ain't did nothing too much yet. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna spoiler. He had pulled up. You watched, pulled up on that girl boy, but she ain't do nothing too much. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Other than that, it get kind of shaky. Like, I could put like I don't want to do a lot of Straw Hat niggas either though, cause like yeah, all the Straw Hats got their own little thing going. You could put Goldie though. Goldie Rogers is definitely the most iconic nigga on this list. If we talking about iconic, and without him, it would be not. This generation wouldn't be as thriving as it is, bro. This nigga set the motion to keep it pushing. Without Goldie Roger, the motion would have been halted. They would have been, the Marines would have been like, oh yeah, we got Goldie, it's over. You feel me? He said, nah, I ain't letting that go, bro. I gotta go out with a bang. Goldie definitely make the list. Last spot. Before we do too much talking. Last spot, I'm gonna have to say it gotta go to man, see, like it gets shaky here, bro. It could be anybody. Like, I haven't seen too much for the pink hair girl at the bottom, but next to Kaido, I know she is old girl's daughter, old boy's daughter. I mean, right next to her, Kuma. I know that's his her daughter, or you know what I mean. And anyways, Big Mom got work. She's off the list. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I want to put my girl Boa just because she just that bad, bro. She's one of the baddest characters in the show, if not the baddest character in the show. I'm not gonna even argue with you because it's facts. It's facts. Chopper out here making drugs and perks and shit. I can't choose Chopper, even though he's real deal though. He'll ride or die regardless. Usopp ride or die, but he had that arc where he wasn't riding that day. Yo, want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about that arc, bro. We ain't gonna talk about it. But he redeemed himself though, and so it's kind of like right from my memory. I don't know what happened. Anyways, Vigitora, he's kind of real deal too, but I'm not gonna choose him. I'm trying not to make this video too long, guys, but it's like this last spot could go to anybody, and I think I know who it's gonna go to. It's gonna go to my girl, Nico fucking Robin. Either that or Rayleigh. They tied, bro, because Nico Robin's backstory just hit. What she go through it been crazy, nigga. Her transformation. So like, let me be honest with you guys. I still don't trust her ass. I don't trust Nico Robin ass, bro, because ever since she was working with Crocodile, I just don't feel like she ain't ride. She ride or die, but it ain't feeling like she ride or die. Like, I know we had the whole Impel Down sit. She was trying to protect them and shit. Like, oh yeah, but it feel like though she got some ulterior motives. Like, she like, I'm gonna get mine regardless. You know what I'm saying? She already been through this get mine cycle and mindset. And like, she knows like, if it's info I need, I do what I need to do type shit. Like, I can't lie to you, but Nico Robin might make the list, and it might be tied between her and Rayleigh. Like, that's that fifth spot. Rayleigh might be Honorable Mitchell, actually. Honorable Mitchell. Anyways, that's enough talking to me. Let's see what these niggas gonna pick. I just wanted to see the list.
Oh, I don't know about that. I like Vegapunk, but I would like to say that I think Vegapunk is only as cool as his arc and the rest of the people in his arc.
Okay.
I like his Vegapunks, all of his other people, his crew, his squad. Him himself, after a while, I'm over it.
He dropped the message on the whole world.
At the end of his days, when he could have been saved many lives,
Jared spent.
he's really a hindrance to the verse, bro. You're the smartest one, you have the most knowledge, and there's many occupations on this board that are struggling.
I mean, y'all know me already.
I don't know too much about him. Usopp, yeah.
Usopp gotta be the first to go. I gotta see a lot more. I know there's Usopp fans out there. Y'all hate me. I love y'all. All right.
Nah, Usopp a real deal, bro.
Usopp do more, especially now in Hellbat.
Snapper guy.
I guess I'll do old girl for now. Bonnie?
Not enough owner. Not enough owner.
Cool. Where you come from is cool. You as a character, you're still a child. So you don't have much to bring in. Spoiled for the manga art. You know you got your little G5, little sauce, whatever, but it's not.
I rock with that.
I don't know too much.
That character could be like a really well thought out villain, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Buggy off.
I like Buggy, but he ain't making the list either. I told you guys. I'm telling you.
Really cool, very funny. What else?
He's a Yoko.
Yeah, but he's like the tongue-in-cheek, like it's silly that
He's like a
there.
gag
like,
character.
No one's taking him seriously if he's a punchline.
You be surviving the most bullshit.
Give me Frankie. Give me Frankie.
Okay.
I'm okay with this.
Not even saying Frankie's a bad show I have, by the way, but I think we have some heat on this board, so.
Would I go over Brooke? No.
Okay, that was my only thought.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Because Frankie has solidified himself. Be the Toby Ropo.
Brooke boxing?
Whoa, that's what I was gonna say. Big Brooke got that hands now. Brooke ain't no bitch. He stand on business, bro. He even was about to go scrap with another what was that? What's that one nigga name that can bring back the dead and shit? I forgot. But he was like a warlord. And that nigga Brooke said, nigga, as long as I get my soul back, nigga, I'm boxing. Nigga, stay on that business. I've been boxing that nigga for a minute, but I ain't been losing. But I've been standing on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooke, man.
He boxed to get opponent with that they were going to get anyway if they beat him. You know I think Brooke is strong.
I know you do.
Also, like, Brooke's character focuses on his past more than anything.
I have
What?
one on my lap right now.
Yeah, Brooke.
Wow.
Brooke one of the coldest
After all
niggas,
this
bro.
Brooke hype,
I think Brooke is strong. A lot of.
I'm not mad he took him off because he ain't in my list, but
You hold a lot of.
that's so early.
The Big Mom thing was the best thing, but like you said, there's other situations where Big Mom was playing with.
Bro, who has Brooke fought? I said Brooke. Frankie fought. That's like, come on.
But also, I'm taking Brooke because Brooke's time is over in in my opinion.
Wow.
I mean, he's like the straw hat that, how we said Usopp, somebody's got to tell this story. I guess the person with the immortal fruit is going to do it.
I'm gonna go with my boy. Here's my thing.
You didn't see that one right
Okay.
there? You didn't see that one right
Oh
there?
no, hell no. Fujitora, real deal.
It's between the two of them. They were right next to each other. I feel like there's some moral grounds that I vibe with more with him.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I don't have that same interest into who they are. They just kind of seem like a black and white Marine to me.
But you know what they're gonna say, right? They're gonna bring up what happened on Egghead and how he really wanted to try to save Vegapunk, so he helped feed Luffy.
I think we really got the most depth from Egghead, but I could see how Fujitora plays a more pivotal role, especially in Marines.
And challenging Akainu.
Yeah, I feel like he's a more interesting character to me just because he does make me think more about
His powers is gravity.
morality
Come on now.
of being a Marine.
Tony try.
What are you doing?
Oh my god, there
What
are
are you
way too
doing?
many
What are you
people.
doing?
The perk maker.
As an educated One Piece person,
What?
put Chopper back on. For what? For what? For who?
Alright, let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Come on, speak your shit, Shonen.
Who are deceased?
What does that mean? And they've had a way bigger impact on One Piece.
No, they haven't.
Speak your shit, Shonen.
You think Luffy's gonna make it to the end?
Luffy almost died if it wasn't for Reiju to heal him with the poison. Are you kidding me?
That was 4 or 5 arcs ago. He saved
That nigga say 4 or 5 arcs again.
And that's my point. Chopper was selling for so long until recently.
What are you talking about, bro? That's not true.
What happened in Whole Fleet when they were in the forest?
Nobody critical was with Chopper that needed healing of that statue.
So Nami wasn't there?
Nami was not dying. What are you talking about?
Alright. So wait, who would you take off before Chopper did? This is crazy. This is
You want to know who I would take on? Porcus the Ace gotta go.
Whoa, Ace?
Beat Blackbeard.
so Chopper can beat Blackbeard? Is that the measure?
Nah, hell nah.
Chopper can beat Blackbeard.
Not saying Chopper can beat Blackbeard. If Chopper holds
Oh,
away
man.
from his crew, then Ace defying his captain and getting
Ace fought Whitebeard though. Lost still though.
Bigger impact on the story. You have
Survived.
insane if you say
I'm
Ace's
not talking
impact.
about- Bigger impact on the story is very debatable.
What?
Bigger negative impact, yes. It's a bigger negative impact. You started a world war. Do we not see fan later? Regular people die.
So that's Ace's fault or Blackbeard's fault?
It's his fault. He went for Blackbeard. He hunted him down. Whitebeard said, don't hunt him.
Again, that's a Blackbeard situation though. I give more blame to Blackbeard at least initially. After Ace went back and fought Akainu, I think that is where I blame Ace more.
He has always made decisions for his goal and his selfishness without the full thought process of his crew. Ace gotta go.
Yeah.
Ace gotta go.
He was gonna be my next one too.
Literally,
Okay,
you gave
okay.
up your crew name. Y'all were the Spade Pirates. Am I wrong?
He was boxing Whitebeard.
Because
That's what I'm saying. I was saying. Look, what I say,
you
guys.
thought you were gonna be the king because you got a Logia. Relax.
He gives off the energy of a 19-year-old who thinks he's like untouchable.
But see, I don't think y'all are being fair to Ace because Ace, his father was Roger. Literally, that's the biggest target on your back.
So you're saying his best quality is another person?
No, I'm saying,
If he had thought a little bit more, stayed back, and said, you know what? Let me try to really see what it looks like to be an elite pirate in this verse, he would have been alive. But no, you started a war, traumatized your brother, and killed many people.
He expired niggas too though. He expired niggas.
Blackbeard started the war, man.
Ace said, I'm coming for revenge. And Whitebeard said, you're not ready.
Right.
Why would you not listen?
No, I understand it, but again, let's be fair. Would Luffy not slide for his people? There's a bunch of characters on here that no matter what you tell them, they're sliding. You can't sit here and say, okay, Ace is a bad person for not listening to Whitebeard, because mad characters on this board are sliding for their people no matter what. Ace just did what everybody else was gonna do.
Luffy slid for his person, and we saw what happened. He said, I was wrong. I needed to train.
I'm not disagreeing with that. All I'm saying is I don't think we should condemn him.
Over Chopper? Absolutely. What? You can't even count the many people he saved in this verse.
There's a lot of people he saved, and there's a lot of times Luffy could have died.
And Chopper has saved other people in his verse. Ace has been a collector.
Yo, so Blackbeard has no fault in this. It's all Ace.
Blackbeard fought back.
I'm on.
I know you're on his side. That's fine.
Couch is one brain right now.
Hey, hell yeah. On the other side. I'll say this. I agree that Ace. I agree that H is a crash out. All I'm saying is we can't condemn him unless we're ready to condemn all the crash outs before.
All the other crash outs made it through their crash out moment. He did not. Chopper has done nothing but save lives.
No, I said Wano when he showed up, but that's why I took him off. I didn't take him off as the first try, but eventually Chopper had to go.
This is not a crash out person, not someone who had
Chopper
to
did have to go,
their
though.
Bad moment. I think they're a little boring.
Oh,
Couch is one brain, right? Sit up. Couch is one brain.
it's good. It's not that. It's not the whole. Okay. I'm gonna let Honey speak because
I loved his backstory. I loved the fact that he wanted to find someone that could battle with him because he tried so hard and he doesn't have the ability to die, essentially. When he is not part of the story, I don't think about him. He doesn't have the pull. I don't have that same Oda constantly being brought into the story energy with Kaido. So for that reason, I just don't think he's as interesting as the rest of the people off this board.
I gotta disagree. I think Kaido is so far the best villain that we've seen in One Piece because he put the characters through such a pivotal moment that they would have never gone into that next tier without it. When you represent like absolute strength, when you have representation in the One Piece world of I'm from the real pirate era, I know what it took for Roger to get where he was. I just look at him like, thank God we had Kaido because nobody would have kicked up without it.
I don't have the same draw to him as I do for the rest of the villains and characters of the show.
There are characters I probably would have picked before we got to Kaido, but ultimately, you know, I don't think Kaido would have been the last man standing. All right, so I'm taking
for
off
real.
Yamato next.
Taking off the family next.
Ah!
Get them out of here.
Understand from Kaido raising Yamato, where Yamato felt like they were a part of Oden's story. I felt like after that point, after Kaido has been struck down, I feel like I wanted Yamato to finally embrace being Yamato, and a lot of Yamato is being tied to Oden.
You're not gonna take on Oden before Yamato?
No.
Nah, Odin's story. Odin's
All I'm
story.
saying is
Hella
Yamato,
different.
especially in the cover story, she's like the underlying gang of Wano.
Oh, absolutely.
They are trying to hold down what Momonosuke can't do at his mind's age.
Yamato approached Momonosuke saying, yo, I'm Oden.
One, that's trauma.
Of course, but then after Kaido was out of the picture, I wanted Yamato
That
to
is trauma.
kind of come forward.
But in the cover stories, we don't see that much evidence of them trying to say that Yamato is Oden anymore. They're now going like, okay, I'm just doing what's best for Wano. What would Odin do? It's the philosophy of what Odin would do for his people.
You didn't feel like you got enough Yamato outside of Oden?
I feel like it's deeper than that. I feel like people always say, oh, Yamato just thinks that they're Odin. I think they feel that it's what Odin was doing for Wano because they were born and raised on Wano. They were born and raised under a Kaido who oppressed everybody.
I think since Yamato decided to stay, that's when we saw Yamato making a decision for themselves for the first time.
But he's saying that's an Oden move.
Yes, but I also think that's the connection to their hometown and to Wano. That like drive for, yes, I want to go see the world and go explore the seas, but I'm making this choice because now I'm not just doing it for Oden. I'm doing it for the love of my people.
So yeah, you're wild.
Okay, so let's see who you take off.
Get this dusty.
Whoa!
The flamingo.
You said I was bugging. You took Dopey off.
This couch is not one brain.
Dolphy is the biggest trapper in One Piece. Congratulations, brother. But you weren't in it enough. You weren't strong enough to go the goal. Dolphy didn't really serve no purpose except serving Kaido.
That's insane,
He was
Jeremy.
ruthless.
You know it.
He
I ain't
did
gonna
have
lie.
power, but so does
He
everybody.
speaking some facts.
Easily just lost over Corazon, Rosie
I
Nine.
was gonna say, Corazon's like my favorite character in One Piece.
Doflamingo is the greatest villain horror-wise for what people see, but he's not the greatest villain in One Piece because he didn't cause much damage outside of his little country.
He was a warlord, man.
He sold himself.
If we want to go there, because there's some.
You're right. There's some people I would grab.
That's what I'm saying.
But I didn't want the video to go viral that fast. I'm gonna wait.
All right. Well,
Hit that moment.
between. I like Luffy.
Yeah, I
However, when they are not around, around, I just don't care about them. We have people like Blackbeard, who has such little screen time, but I am constantly thinking about what is he doing. There's this looming energy that
So, what
has
is he
in
doing?
One Piece. You're interesting.
That
You're
nigga being a
cool.
menace.
I like some of your ploy with morality and the way that you decide what is right and wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, well, now that Fuji's gone, I think it's time to take.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What? I know you did not just point at Jinbei. I know you did not just point at Jinbei. I'm gonna act like I didn't see that. So yes, Kuzan, it's time for him to go. Yes, we get it. You did lose to Kainu, and that is sad. Obviously, you know you are still very, very powerful, but you were an apprentice to Garp. You know the situation. You know what's going on, and you ended up teaming up with Blackbeard. What's that about? We don't know fully, but right now, I think that situation was kind of L because Garp is still out here kicking.
He's gonna be in the final war. He's taking a Blackbeard by the victory almost. All right, I think it's high time. I never was a super Odin fan. I think he fell for the okie doke for 5 years. I mean, how do you get plagued to dancing in this town square like an imbecile? You know you're almost on par with the person that's having to do this. Sure, we love the heart, but if you were that real, you would have never gone for it.
No, I agree with that same thing I've said with the other ones. If you're cool when I like your story, and then when I move on, I'm not really thinking about you that much.
Go.
I do
Dude.
not like Boa Hancock at all. I am a Boa Hancock hater, and I'm sorry.
Wow.
I think Boa Hancock is incredible. I love the woman energy that she brings. I am so sick of her simp energy for Luffy. I think it completely ruins her character. She
That's
is
the
so
best-
powerful. She
that's
is
the best
fucking
character in
amongst
One
the men
Piece.
in this
Female
world.
character.
And when Luffy is around, she turns into this like weird comic relief thing, and I absolutely think it completely ruins her character for me. I hate it. Don't ask who my favorite character in One Piece is.
I was just about to say that. Yo, you said it for me. I was just about to say, this is wild you're saying this because you are a Sanji fan.
I am a really big Sanji fan, and honestly, give me 2 or 3 more rounds. Sanji might be off this board for me for that reason. I love him as a character, but realistically, I think that sometimes ruins his character. I think it kind of takes me out of the coolness of Sanji, and it totally takes
She
me
must
out of
really
the
hate it, Sanji and Fishman Island.
She would be my next one.
I like that Oda was at least showing that Luffy had an effect on her that no other man could ever.
And I do. I like that. It just gets too goofy for me.
This is bad. No matter who I take off, it's gonna be a problem. Let me take off Big Mom.
That's what I'm saying. But we know what you want to do.
Big Mom is a character that I think, hopefully, she's still alive and kicking. Hopefully. I don't hope that. If this is the end of Big Mom, I think that's bad.
She had her time.
Yo, there's too many L's with Big Mom for me personally.
You don't become a Yonko of the L's, man.
What's a big mom L?
Because remember, she was saying, oh, I would have reigned over the seas. She was talking crazy to Luffy on the end of the ocean. Reigned over the seas, all this stuff. When Roger was outside, I would have been there. There was a situation where she said, I want Fishman Island. You have Whitebeard while he's alive. Big Mom does nothing. The moment Whitebeard passes away, Big Mom starts going crazy. Now it's a thing where you're going to be hunting down the Straw Hats because obviously Luffy took over Fishman Island. We move on to Wano now. Big Mom, you think, okay, Big Mom, it's time. It's your time now. And Big Mom gets pushed and ringed out of Onigashima.
But
At this point,
she did shine. What are you talking about, bro? Big Mom has stood on business.
The wedding was terrible.
She never thought Katakuri would a million years lose. That was her big mistake. Big Mom had hunger pains.
So you win. Big Mom went into Wano, didn't even know what was going on. She forgot who she was.
She had to get got together.
Yes! That happened 2 or 3 times. Big Mom coming into a situation, not knowing what's going on, forgetting her memory.
That is not of her control. Whitebeard was the only person who stopped her from taking over a nation.
Who she said she would have packed Roger.
She's a pirate. She gonna talk mess.
Just because she's had issues
said
that are
Pag
out
Roger.
of
I don't remember that.
control, she's
Out of her control? No. It's in her control. If you look at other Yonko, there's a certain way of how people strategize and plan.
What has Kaido done that Big Mom has done?
Wano is way more powerful, way bigger.
Incorrect.
Kaido literally had beast pirates that gifters that he was giving them devil fruit powers and devil fruit abilities. Kaido literally had Doflamingo, the same person you just took off, working for him. Listen, Kaido had connections all through.
I'm surprised Nami's still on this list so far into it too. There's a lot of Straw Hats still on this list. We gotta make this shit up.
Big Mom had people's souls trapped in the trees.
Even though I got Zoro and Luffy on mine, and Nico. I ain't gonna lie.
Big Mom's power career was valid.
Crazy.
Didn't even want to pull him to Wano.
Nobody pulled up the whole cake, bro. Nobody.
Chopper literally met her when she like didn't have a memory. Isn't that the whole when she like woke up and she didn't have any memory? Of course she's gonna survive that situation.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. All right, we would never see Shanks in that scenario like that.
Shanks ain't running the nation. Shanks ain't running the nation. Elbaf is his homie. He's not the king of Elbaf. He's not the king of Elbaf. Those are his homies. What are we talking about?
He had to get him out of there.
I don't know what he's talking about, Justin. Anyway,
I agree with
Shanks
her.
is not running a nation. Shanks got his squad of homies, and he's good in certain countries. Big Mom had legions of folks, and she was trying to expand through Germa.
You're not welcome back.
Listen, that couch is one brain. That couch is one brain for real.
Why do you think she was a Yonko? She was there on God Valley. What are we saying?
Exactly. Jack. She was there on God Valley. So I'm comparing her to people that are supposed to be on her level.
And she's valid.
Law. All right.
Yeah.
It was a good run. It's crazy.
You chose the wrong crew. You chose the wrong path. Your heart wasn't in it from the jump. You never really wanted to be king of the pirates. Let's be honest. You wanted to be a good doctor, but you weren't really locked in.
Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with that. I feel like I have to
Stop
Yeah,
this.
that's fine.
Stop
That's
this.
okay. That's okay.
I'm
This,
sorry.
yo, that
Jinbei.
side is crazy.
We all got really emotional watching him with the blood and the
That's right, that's right.
lying down and having their arms next to each other. I got it, okay? We love that scene. It's so cute, right? However, what else is he doing? I feel like I know. Okay, I know. Rob is freaking out.
What else is he doing?
There's a lot of great people on this board. Do not get me wrong. I love Jinbei, and that scene hit me as hard as everybody else. But I feel like when we talk about Jinbei, people go, "Whoa, what about the blood in the?" I know. We all know the scene. We all have seen it. It's great. However, other than that, he is a great crew member. But that's it. I've never been a big Jinbei fan. He just doesn't hit the same with me. He almost feels like when people say, "Okay, name all the Straw Hats," it's probably gonna be like the second class that people mention. And I notice it a lot.
Damn, she kind of
A good
spitting.
Straw Hat to me is someone who has energy and
I don't know, bro.
corresponds
Jinbei ain't real
with
though.
Everybody on the crew. Name your favorite Nami and Jinbei scene, right? Of the other
He's
moments that
bro. He's new to the crew still. You act like he just fucking been there for like 7 arcs. Everybody been together for at least. Everybody before Jinbei at least been together for like goddamn since the time skip, bro. Since the time skip, Jinbei the only new nigga that came after the time skip. Nobody new came after that nigga. So it's you gotta understand. She trying to speak some shit that don't make sense. I just gotta clear some shit up, nigga. I'm sorry, old girl. You look like Nami too. You talking about some Nami and Jinbei moments? You look like Nami. Let's play. Let's get it.
they each have with each other. He doesn't feel like a Straw Hat to me. With Luffy, he was ready to put his life on the line for that man. I do not doubt his commitment to Luffy. I doubt his commitment to the crew. Maybe he would die for the crew. Maybe he would, and maybe he will.
I think he proved that in Whole Cake when he was like, yo, I'm gonna stay back. You guys go on ahead. I'll hold off Big Mom.
I think he's risking his life for Luffy's Straw Hats. I do not feel like he's risking his life for Usopp.
He's always
been
been
a
a Luffy
boy, and
advocate.
I would have loved him as a non-Straw Hat. I genuinely think that if he was not a Straw Hat, I would have almost liked his character better.
When people talk about Jinbei, I say
I kinda gotta agree a little bit.
Character, you also have to say Arlong is a great rated character. You should say Arlong is a great rated character. Stop playing with me. They come from the same camp, the same oppression, the same type of slavery. Fisher Tiger was their captain. Jinbei did more for Luffy because of Ace, because of Light.
Remember, Luffy doesn't have a meeting with Capone Beige in Whole Cake. It's not for Jinbei.
He never needed to really have it. Homepage didn't care.
You're literally trying to discount all the stuff that just like the blood or he's doing this for Ace. Literally pulling Luffy out of his worst emotional trauma ever, right? There's certain things that Jinbei has offered. And again, of course, that's during the time skip, that's during the Marineford War. So Jinbei was initially gravitating towards Luffy.
I would have loved him in like a law character.
I think it's about time. Fraudhawk.
Really?
There we go. And this is where everybody clicks off the video.
I'm still not getting the hype with the, I'm trying to find somebody stronger than the person I still have never been confirmed to beat in Shanks. So I think even if you go off of, he's Zoro's goal, he's his end goal, the world's strongest swordsman, I feel like at this point right now, if you're going to say that he's stronger than Shanks. He's never beaten Shanks. And I think there's still a bunch of other swordsmen in this series that he can still box. I still feel like people are going off the hype of like, oh, he's like this cool, mysterious guy. Where it's more so like, if you're saying you're looking for somebody that you think is better than you, that's gonna push you to the next level, you have to beat the person that is considered to be your rival or your equal. Shanks was willing to fight him on 3 occasions and he turned him down every single time. I feel like for me, Mihawk right now is sitting in kind of in that fraud category. I still think he's incredibly powerful.
Fraud Hawk?
Like, even
Oh,
when Buggy
no.
says, I want to go find the One Piece, Mihawk's like, wait, we gotta fight Red here? Like, yes, you have to fight Red here. Yes, like, what are we doing, you know? We're talking story-wise. This is not even a power scaling discussion.
No, I don't disagree with you.
It's gonna take my time.
Okay.
What?
Great written character. Again, did a lot for Luffy. We know the lore, right? Roger said, "Come take the world with me." He came, but again, your time is now.
I
You
feel it,
are
bro.
Of the old gen, especially out of the vice captains that we've seen now, we don't know what all Rayleigh did for Roger to get them through, right? We only know the glimpses and the pieces.
Okay, so I liked what you said about your story has a limit.
Yeah,
Here's
he did for
one
Boa, though.
where technically the whole story just wouldn't exist, but I still feel like I might have to pick them next. I've had this conversation.
Oh, hell nah. Hell nah. You gotta be kidding me. She's tweaking, bro. Goldie Roger. The nigga that, man, no, bro. No, I can't agree now. Now I'm disagreeing. Really, I'm disagreeing. Like, that's crazy. Get her out of here.
Okay. I've had
Even
this
they like, what the
conversation.
fuck? Even they like, what the fuck?
I know. This one really hurt me. Goldie Roger is incredible. He is the reason that we are watching this show, that we are interacting with this story. And I love that. But it's hard to argue that a dead person, except for their throwback backstories and our flashbacks, are doing more for this story and in the storyline than the people who are actively making choices that
Nigga, that nigga hat
I think
getting
Honey said all that.
more iconic
I
shit.
could take that answer, but I will say there's characters on here, there's characters that we removed now that are connected to God Valley.
Is that enough, though?
God Valley?
Is that enough?
Snippets is cool, but if I'm not getting it, I'm not getting it. Honestly, I would have taken him off too.
I'm removing a
Wow.
Mm.
Shocked.
We get it, Marine, Fleet Admiral, absolute justice, but I do think it was the moment for me when he was in the room with the Gorosei and they checked him. He was just like, I'm gonna stand down. Where I was kind of like, you're good, but we know that there's other levels. Your edge kind of lost its luster a little bit.
I agree with you.
I agree with it. I do.
This one's a little salty for me personally.
Hold on, guys. 2 seconds.
This is a
And we're back, guys. Let's get it.
little salty for me.
Yo, Jared's taking off Kobe? Y'all don't understand.
He's just not in his full development again. We love to see the Garp rhetoric. We love to see the honesty impact. We love to see what you're trying to do in terms of what like Fuji's pushing, Garp's pushing. But again, it's like we're now just getting your 1-2 moment of what you're doing on Blackbeard's Island. And I just think out of these characters here,
Imagine that nigga turn to a
specifically,
villain.
I just think he's next to go.
I think I have to take
Oh, you know what's so crazy about this pick, though? I would almost agree if Sanji, arguably to me, didn't have one of the craziest backstories.
This is about the most painful thing I could do because Sanji is my favorite character for me. However, if Sanji was the best One Piece character, I wouldn't have hundreds of people arguing with me. Why is Sanji your favorite character? And because of that, every once in a while, I have to listen to them. And I have to understand that there's a lot of people who have a lot of issues with Sanji, and I don't disagree with a lot of them. Sometimes I pretend they don't exist. The same
Eating a
reason
snack,
I'm
guys.
not a big fan of
Banana.
Boa's like crazy simpiness. It does take away from his powerful backstory. I love that woman respect arc that they gave to Sanji. Fishman Island is where we lose me.
Sanji always stuck out to me because he really does have like two backstories.
We have people like Nami and Robin who started off against Luffy and then saw his MO and then decided to join his crew and have stuck with him since. They haven't had issues since. But we have people like Sanji who was with Luffy and maybe if he did it in a different way, he wouldn't have had to fight his own captain.
But I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off early.
That's why I literally
Zoro.
better not.
I think when we talk about backstory,
Shonen. We're not even talking about backstories, bro. At this point, it's about how he is now, bro. Real deal Holyfield ass nigga. I can't, bro. Y'all niggas tweaking. You already know these niggas tweaking. Y'all let me know.
On Straw Hat, Zoro gotta go. As much as I love Zoro, I think my biggest thing for Zoro was that Wano was supposed to be the arc. Now, I'm not on the ZKK side of things. Zoro fans, get it. Y'all love ZKK. Zoro kills Kaido. Didn't happen. You couldn't find anybody. You couldn't find anybody. Everybody was MIA. But even with that being said, I feel like
No real One Piece fan was thinking Zoro was killing Kaido.
you're crazy.
Bro, for real.
You're crazy. Are you kidding me? Literally, most of the Zoro fandom was saying Zoro was gonna kill Kaido and Wano. They were saying, listen, Wano, it's the swords. This is Zoro. This is Zoro's
Hell no.
killing Kaido.
I know that's the thing, bro, but no body of education who we've talked to face to face thought Zoro was killing Kaido.
The one thing he's truly missing, because I do think he's a great right-hand man, he's perfect, but I think we're missing the sauce on the backstory. Kuina, it's just, we need
Ain't
more.
nothing too much
We need
to it.
more. We thought we were gonna get that in Wano, but we didn't. We got some side story written off SBS from Oda talking about who's it, Pin Zoro and all this stuff. Like, nah, I felt like we needed more personally, so I'm gonna drop Zoro.
Yeah, he's a maniac. Zoro's definitely one of the best written characters in the show.
No way. There's better in characters.
I think I agree with you.
Anyway,
Oh! See?
if you think Whitebeard's better written than Zoro, then let us
What? Ridiculous.
You can give any argument to Gabriel Rogers in this man right here.
No, that's not true.
What are you talking about? His biggest speech was in a war at 90 years old.
Jared, you know it's not.
Most of the time, he lollygagged through the Grand Line with the tremor fruit, and people let it rock because he was 10'12", and nobody could stop earthquakes or conquerors happening. There was no death. There was no sacrificing himself for all these characters.
There was no sacrificing himself for all of these characters.
So Ace not to slide. You let Blackbeard get off the hook. You could have.
He didn't let Blackbeard get off the hook. It was a situation where Whitebeard has 14 different commanders, and he has to make sure that if we're going to go after, we're going to slide for that, it has to be under the right circumstances, right conditions. Because Shanks, see, and you're leaving Shanks out the picture. Shanks literally pulled up on Whitebeard and said, yo, Blackbeard, hey, I'm telling you.
Roger would have slid. Luffy would have slid. Anybody of the caliber of Whitebeard's captain level would have slid. He's not up there above a Zoro who has literally humbled himself to fight better for his captain. Whitebeard's biggest feats are when he's 90 years old. That's crazy, Jared. What did he do when he was a young bull? Jump out the sky and class Roger for the 100th time? There's a from the King of the Pirates because he didn't have the heart. He didn't have the stomach to make it there. He wanted a family, and you got your family. But guess what you're supposed to do as a father? You're supposed to protect your children. And did you protect them? No. Your son Ace died. Your son Dad died. And Blackbeard's running around with your fruit. And you're telling me you're better written than the man that took off Captain's pain and knocked out his third right hand without thinking about it?
His ad is Anime X Sunday.
You know that.
All the blasphemies, send it there. Don't come in my comment section with it.
Not you dropping his address.
DM him. Don't put it on me.
What feast did he have as a young boy?
Unbelievable. Literally, you have a whole character in Edward Weevil that's using his name for clout.
That's because that's his son.
Confirmed?
The boy is called, that's his mama's son. That was his son.
Confirmed? Or is that a clone? We don't know.
Lucy said we had some involvement.
All I'm saying is Zoro fans went into Wano with the mindset that we were going to get all this hype on Zoro, backstory, all this stuff on Zoro, and we left Wano knowing more about Odin, knowing more about Yamato, knowing more about Kinemon and Kanjuro than we did Zoro. Am I lying?
I mean, I missed that. That was an audience agenda. Odin never betrayed that to me. Sure, Zoro is a swordsman, and he has portrayed that his sword skills evolved. Conquest of the Sea would have wiped out the whole brigade, and he stopped it. Whitebeard, all we have really got is Marine Corps. He died standing up. It's iconic, wonderful.
The One Piece is real.
Act of self-sacrifice in all of One Piece.
He should have self-sacrificed yourself. You went to war in the first place. All these people died because of you.
What? Gary, there's no way you're serious.
First of all, he dropped out the sky and said, charge! And people died immediately over one man. Did Shanks do that? No, Shanks said everybody stop, and they stopped. That is motion. That is power. Whitebeard was too old to to really hold it down in Marineford, and many people paid the price.
This is insane. You want him to slide, but now you're saying he's too old, then you don't want him to slide. It's either you want him to slide or you don't want him to slide. You can't have him half slide and put one toe and then not go all the way in.
It's a little bit ironic that I'm also taking off. My girl.
Wow. Okay, I agree.
I love her. However, at this point in the game, in the board, we're looking at some pro baseball players, and we have a Little League player here. In the grand scheme of One Piece, she is just a really, 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 really great side character.
The Straw Hats are looked upon as very more well-written characters because we have a lot more information about them.
Hey, this beat in the background go crazy, guys.
Connection. So that's why I think, you know, I just rock with Nami a little harder than some of these other characters because we know everything she's been through and what she's trying to do.
This one hurts me because it's a character that I'm always fighting to protect. But I think we're at a time
You're
now.
right. I think I know who you're going to pick.
I think we're at a time
Is he going for
now
Luffy?
where I have to be reasonable.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm going to take off Monkey D. Dragon.
not mad at
There's
it.
some Dragon haters out there in the comments are going to be like, how did Dragon survive so long? Relax. But I do think one of the biggest things that we heard is him actually staying away from Luffy purposely for his protection. And I think because we found that out through an Oda Q&A and not in the manga or the anime yet, it's something that's like, we need to see it. Because Oda, I need you to understand, you're writing Luffy's father, and there's people out there hating, assassinating his character, and they have to see it actually in the manga, in the anime. They have to see it live, it's happening right in front of them for them to really feel a connection towards it.
Rob's probably gonna stop being my homie after this.
Oh,
Jared, what? Are you crazy?
I would say off the strength that the man only been on screen for 20 minutes. You can't even say he's better than half the people on the board. Let's grow up. Shanks' purpose is great. Shanks' power is great. But we only know 30 things about the man. What are we talking about here? What has he really done, Rob? Stopped the war and said, I'm going for the One Piece and took out kids. We don't have anything else.
Green Bull?
He yelled at Green Bull. Green Bull, get out of here.
He had by the board say in his possession. Frame 1 One Piece. Shanks literally inspired Luffy to go to where Luffy is at right now and beyond.
I have a question why he lost his arm, okay? Why did he let that happen?
Based off his answer, he said he wagered it on a new era.
Literally, me, I think it was a timing thing. I think it was like he wasn't super observation hockeyed up as he is now. Helping to change the game as Bucky.
Just gonna take him off.
Wait,
I'm next.
And that's fine. Hey, she's next.
Well,
When he's not around, I'm still thinking about his impact in the story, and I think that's really incredible. He's a parallel to Luffy, right? There's this very black and white good versus evil with the two of them. I find him very interesting, but compared to the rest of the people on the board that we have had such in-depth, flushed out character backstory.
I'm surprised Sabo stayed on
And
this so
that's
long.
okay.
if you guys don't know, Sabo's one of my favorite characters in One Piece. Nico Robin's left on the board. Luffy's left on the board. Kuma's left on the board. When you look at those three, I feel like Sabo still has a little bit more to his story that has not been revealed yet. I back up the Flame Emperor claims. I back up that he's incredibly powerful. I am
sir.
Team Ska. Sabo kills Akainu. Salute for all my Team Ska people out there. But I still feel like there's a little bit more that we need to see from him story-wise. Now, power scaling-wise, all you haters out there, when Sabo shows up, I want to see no switching up. Keep the same energy. I have the comments. I see the tweets. Keep the exact same energy. But as far as story writing-wise, Sabo, you had a great run. You made it top 5. Salute. But you got to go.
Yeah, it's just critical right here, man.
This is wicked. Yeah, good luck with that. I ain't touching none of that, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Rob's sitting pretty now. He just
Kuma,
needs to take
bro.
his feedback,
Yeah.
bro.
Kuma.
This is not fair.
I don't know. I don't
Might
know.
be canceled here.
He might do Luke. Oh.
Nico Robin?
Luffy's my favorite character in the show. If you want to ask me, even between these two, I would probably keep Luffy. We have the most information about Luffy.
Just because we have the most written about him doesn't mean it's the best written.
I'm with Honey on that.
And I feel y'all. The reason I took Robin off the board is because Robin is still very heavily based on her backstory. She's still very heavily based on O'Hara, but outside of that, in terms of what she's done to the Straw Hat crew and you only have a handful of things that you could say were really peak Robin moments. You got maybe this Black Maria instance, the CP9 instance where they had to convince her to live. I think Luffy is the guiding light that shines on all the other Straw Hats. I think he's the reason we love the other Straw Hats so much, because he brings out the best in them to want to go on this adventure. I wouldn't even feel how I feel about One Piece if it wasn't for Luffy. He makes this my favorite anime.
Honey, you're left with the hardest decision.
I don't think it's as hard as
Ooh.
Okay.
If you want to think about it, you can.
Yo!
Well, what's the main purpose of this board?
Finding the best character.
I don't think it's the best written character. I think it's the best character in One Piece. I think that's a little different. When someone says to me, why are you reading this? This is exactly why. We are connecting storylines in ways that I didn't even think storytelling was possible. And I am blown away by Oda and his brain when it comes to people like this. Are you kidding me? Like, there is such real human life situations that happen with him and his backstory, which already made me love him. However, this all happened thousands of chapters into the show. And that doesn't make it any worse, but like we've said with other characters, either one, we haven't had enough of this character, so they have to come off the board. Two, we've had the most we could have possibly gotten from this character, and now they're dead, so they have to be taken off the board. Or the thing that we're getting from this character, it took too long for us to get this thing from this character. And that's the third one, is the reason why he has to come off. Luffy has been giving us everything from the moment the show started until right now, and that's why he has to stay on the board. He is a little one-dimensional, but like Jared said, it feels almost like a little kid where they have such a strong passion for this one thing that they're looking at, and you're like, you know, there's other stuff going on, right? There's this kind of like innocence and power to the commitment that Luffy has had since the beginning of this show.
Make you want to
that
see it
makes
through with
really
him.
pull for him.
I think Kuma's like one of the most, he's the purest soul in One Piece. So it's like me reading his backstory, seeing the things that he's went through, and still trying to keep the faith and keep moving, keep progressing forward as a positive light on the story. It was just like, he's got it. He has the best backstory in One Piece. But I get it though. Either way, I felt like it was going to come down to those three. You guys let us know down in the comment section below whether you guys agree or disagree with Luffy being the best out of the characters here. You know, there's some other.
Well, guys, I did have Luffy on the list. I was surprised how early some of the characters that I had on my list went. Like Zoro went kind of early as fuck. Nico stayed. I told you Nico was one of them keepers. Shanks went mad fucking fast. Gold D. Roger went mad fast. I forgot who I had last. You guys remind me in the beginning. When I edit this video, I'll know. But anyways, guys, you guys let me know who you guys picked in the beginning to stay, because you know what I'm saying, this is right here something interesting. I like these type of videos showing it, man. Keep dropping these ones. Next time do a Bleach one, or do like do a mix of animes or something. I don't know, just get something crazy popping, man. You already know, man. But anyways, that's enough for me, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.